Hi everyone, thanks for coming back for another video. Today's going to be my July project pan update. So first order of business, those are giraffes, and this matches exactly. I thought these would be bigger, but they're not. Anyway, so my last update was kind of a smush together of May and June, and I didn't really have any progress until July now, so I'm just gonna do that. My health is still crap, but there's more stuff that I can change, like little things to kind of help me cope, so we're working on it, but it's still awful. For those of you who don't know, Project Pan is a little fun project that makeup lovers like to do, where if we either use up a product entirely, or if we have makeup pressed tightly into a metal pan, like a cream or a powder, then as we use it, we eventually hit the pan at the bottom, and it's exciting for some reason. It's just really satisfying. So I'm going to give you an update on what I'm trying to pan this year. Easy one first. There's a Melt Blush that I was like, why not? Let's add it in there. I've used it maybe once or twice, and I don't think I'm gonna hit pan on this. Weight is the same, to be expected. That was what I considered my like peachy blush, and then I have a product with a pinky blush. But as I've been using that Melt Blush, like I feel like it's kind of in the middle between peachy and pink, and it's a little dark. Now, I did get a lot of sun yesterday, so maybe today would have been a good day to try it. But if you're seeing that I look a little red, that's why. Alright, so then I have a face palette that I am trying to pan every single product in here. It's from Ulta. It was a gift from someone. It doesn't have a name, but let me go ahead and show it to you now. Okay, you may not see much right now, and this bronzer pan was already hit, but I'm going to try to show you. Do you see there's a little circle forming at the bottom of the highlighter? That is the shape of the metal pan underneath of it. I tried to get this highlighter panned before this update, but I just couldn't. I'm starting to see a little bit of that circle on this one because I've been using it to set my lids. I thought this rose one was gonna be panned first, but I was wrong. So I'm very, very close to another pan in this palette. The weight of this one actually did go down a gram, and I pulled off a sticker from the back of it that says it was 48 grams on 11/25/24. So we're down 3 grams in this palette, and this one I believe told us, yeah, it has 6.4 grams of product in it. That's not what the entire thing weighs. So we won't see more than a 6 gram difference-ish in the product. I'm not going to be using up the entire pans, so we're not going to get the whole like 6 point whatever grams out of here. But to have used up measurably 3 grams, it's like almost half. And I just think that's pretty cool. I don't know. So yeah, this is this month. We're gonna get that highlighter by next month. Alright, and then the big one is my eyeshadow palette by UCANBE. It's called Spotlight. It's my favorite palette in my collection. It was one of the first ones I bought when I first got into makeup in 2021. Hasn't been that long really, but I've used the heck out of this. So I'll show you a picture of what it looked like last update. Let's look at it now. I'll get you right in here. Whoop. Okay. This is a 40 pan palette. My goal is to pan at least 20 of them, so half of it, plus these 4. So 24 pans total, about 2 a month. Math. I do not remember actually which pans were hit last update because I'm a little blurry about that. I know this one had already been hit, this black. Let me just count them first for you so you can kind of measure how we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was new, the gold one. 10, we just literally hit this yellow. And then 11, there's only one down here. with the bronzer, I've had 12 pans, and it's the end of June. It's July 5th, but like technically I've averaged 2 pans a month up through June somehow, even though I wasn't using it as much. And when I go to work, I can't go like huge, big graphic liner, lashes, whatever. Like I barely have time in the morning. But I'm pretty happy with this progress here. Obviously, these are not big pans except for this one up here that I use to set my lids a lot, even now. So I'm using, the ones I'm working on like viciously are this blue, which is a nice like inner corner highlight. And sometimes it looks blue, sometimes it looks lavender. So it's a nice one to work on. These two purples I might be able to use in the inner corner or just like on my lids, I don't know. This pink I've been really working on to try to use as a blush, even though I have other blushes in the project, but that would seem like, oh, it's the only pink in there. You'd think that was a good way to try and use it up, right? And it would like use a lot of product. It just hasn't hit pan yet. This purple next to it is close. I don't think I'm going to hit in any of the reds. This orange, probably yes. And this blue, probably yes. I don't know if that's 20 though. So I'm pretty confident we could get 20 by the end of the year. What did I say? We had 11? Yeah, we have 11. I need to pan 9 more of these. And how many did I say was close? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta get moving on something else. I don't think any of these darkest colors are gonna be panned. The darker colors are just kind of harder to use, and you use less of them when you make a gradient and stuff. So, I don't know. Also, the weight of this stayed the same. Even though I've been using a lot of it, but it has gone down 3 grams from the start of the project. I don't know how much is in here, but it's 40 colors, so I mean, that's a lot. I'm still loving this palette, and I'm glad it's not going to be used up. I know it better now. I'm like, well, better acquainted with it. It's like, feels like a friend, you know, in a weird way. I'm just weird. I don't know. Somehow, despite all of the awfulness that's been going on, some of it at home has calmed down. It's just mostly the work stuff that's been the problem. The anxiety attacks are back. A lot of the exhaustion is back, and I'd like to not go to the hospital again. But besides all that, I've managed to pan a few things. I said this yellow had literally just been panned because I put different colors from the palette. I used the palette for nail polish. I just kind of used like whatever I felt like, or maybe what needed to be like dipped into a little bit more. Just random colors, and then these two are the only ones that don't match. But like I got yellow for the pinky. I was like, whatever, it feels like it needs a yellow. And then it panned, and I was like, ugh. So I can always go for the nail polish method. This is actually the first time I've done that for this palette this year, because it's been really, you know, good using them on the eye. Like, we've been making progress. But now it's like, it's hard for me to use pans that have already hit the bottom, because I don't want to like waste the usage when I could be trying to pan another color. But sometimes you just need these colors. All right, so I mean, I'm happy with that progress. I'm glad that I'm like able to do it at all. So I'm kind of grateful for that. Thank you so much for your kind words along this weird journey that has been 2025. Go ahead and subscribe so you can see the next Project Pan update. We're art and animals on this channel, and that's been a lot of different things. So check us out. Thank you for being here and watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye. Where we swirl into a cream or powder or let's sing together. Why do I forget how to talk as soon as I'm looking at myself in the camera? Just realized I had something on the back of this, which I already have written down, so anyway, what was it? Wait. I wanted to hit half. Yeah. This is a 40 pan palette. I wanted to hit half of them No, that's not what I wanted to say. The heck? I think I have Sharpie on my hand. You know, if you're watching... Thanks. I mean, what was I gonna say?